I'm just not going to talk about the Putin interview. I'm going to sound off.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
So that intro was a little overly dramatic, don't you think? Yeah. Hola amigos, dobry din, druzia. Welcome back to the Moscow Photographer channel. My name is Eddie, and if you're new here, I'm a Mexican-American born in Texas who now lives in Moscow, Russia. So, everybody has probably already seen the interview, probably seen it twice, and all the reactionary videos about it. Yeah, I'm a little late to the game, but I spent a beautiful, relaxing weekend in Vladimir Oblast. It's maybe, I don't know, maybe about 130 kilometers, more or less. I don't know, don't quote me on it. East of Moscow. Beautiful, beautiful place. And spent a great, relaxing weekend there. And got back yesterday evening. So, this is my first opportunity to put some thoughts together. So, I'm going to my favorite Forest Park, and we'll do another little walk and talk. But in the meantime, yeah, take a look at today. Not as beautiful, well, it's still beautiful, just not as sunny. It's not, there's no sun at all as in my first walk and talk, but still absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. Gotta love winters in Moscow. So, for the uninitiated, this is a walking path, and that is a ski path. So I've been told. I got chastised in the last video for walking on a ski path when, I don't know, man. I've never seen snow like this before. I'm from Texas, man. It's hot. It's humid. I mean, we have one season out of the year and that's it. Anyway, I learned my lesson. So, Vladimirovich Putin. Let's talk. You know, hang on just a minute. Hang on just a minute. Let's see here. Guys, so, a couple of days ago, I posted a poll on my YouTube community page where I asked, did you watch the Tucker Carlson interview with Vladimir Putin? Do you believe Putin is telling the truth? And the results, we had 154 votes. Thank you so much if you voted. I appreciate that. And 92% yes. 6% no. 2%, well, it's complicated. Thanks to everyone who voted. Appreciate that. So, what's the deal? Well, the deal is this. For me, Putin didn't say anything new that I haven't already heard before. He has said and made similar statements in the past before to the Russian population and to the world at large through the media. So I was not really surprised by anything he had to say. Those of you in the West who are awake, red-pilled, as some say, if you're all into that conspiracy theory nonsense. But if you're awake, then this is nothing new to you. You already know this. So I think the interview went well. I believe Tucker and President Putin are both masters at what they do. And I think it was handled skillfully on both sides. So I don't have anything really shocking or revealing that would go against probably what you've already expected from me. But I do have something to say. So the title of this video is Putin, Propaganda, and My Personal Story. So I do have a personal story about this. Let's talk about it. But before we do that, look. Oh, look at this. Isn't this gorgeous, guys? Even on a cloudy, grim, rainy day. I think it's like -3, but still a little bit of rain or ice rain, whatever you call it, coming down. Anyway, didn't I tell you guys I love Moscow parks? Yeah. And this is one of the reasons. Because it's raining snow. I'm going to come right over here. I'm going to sit down. And we'll have a conversation. Nice. Oh, ho, ho. Nice. Nice. Oh. This is cool. Okay, so my personal story. I've got notes. So, guys, let me see if I can get this level. I think that's somewhat level. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, so in my honest opinion, the most significant thing President Putin said was this.
If you had evidence, and presumably given your security services, your intel services, you would, that NATO, the US, CIA, the West, did this, why wouldn't you present it and win a propaganda victory?
In the war of propaganda, it is very difficult to defeat the United States, because the United States controls all the world's media and many European media. The ultimate beneficiary of the biggest European media are American financial institutions. Don't you know that?
The ultimate beneficiaries of the biggest European media are American financial institutions. Wow. Let's unpack that, because there's a lot there, okay? So, my personal story. You know, I first arrived, well, not first arrived, but I arrived in Moscow on February 23rd, 2012. 2023. The very next day, February 24th, 2023, the beginning of the special military operation, what we refer to as SMO. Took us all by surprise. Took me by surprise because I didn't think it would happen, but it happened. In the aftermath of the SMO, within days, I started to receive calls, texts, messages from friends and family who were in panic and just total fear, telling me, Eddie, you've got to leave Russia, and you've got to leave Russia now. It's dangerous for you. They're rounding up people. They're rounding up U.S. citizens. They're just putting them in jail. They're beating people for no reason. You are in danger. You need to leave now. It's all over the news. And I was like, I don't know, guys. There's not much going on here. It's calm. It's safe. Nothing's going on. No. You're just covering up. We know this. We know this to be true because our media is telling us. You are in danger. You need to leave Moscow now. And I was like, wow, where are y'all getting this from? So then I started to watch American media. And lo and behold, there it is. And then I see this wonderful, skillfully authored, written piece of propaganda on the United States State Department website. And it's a travel advisory about Russia. And it reads, and this is from today, by the way, because I just pulled this off the internet, and today is, what is today? February 12th, 2024. And it reads, do not travel to Russia due to the unpredictable consequences of the unprovoked full-scale invasion of Ukraine by Russian military forces. The potential for harassment and the singling out of U.S. citizens for detention by Russian government security officials, the arbitrary enforcement of local law, limited flights into and out of Russia, the embassy's limited ability to assist U.S. citizens in Russia, and, let's just throw this in, the possibility of terrorism. Wow. Still there today. This went up several days after SMO. And, so this is me in the days after the SMO, after receiving all these messages from friends and loved ones telling me to leave Russia. This is me. I'm at my window, and I'm just... This is me waiting for the Russian security officials to come knock at my door and arrest me. It's like, oh my gosh, it's just, the hysteria was incredible. You talk about propaganda, okay? Wow, it was so thick. It's still thick today. Still thick today. If you don't believe me, go to Twitter. Go to X. Oh my gosh. I've got a lot to say about this. First of all, I'm not going to get into the politics of the SMO. President Putin explained Russia's reasoning for the SMO. He explained it better than I could ever do. but harassment and the singling out of U.S. citizens for detention by Russian government security officials. If you watched my previous video, which is a walk and talk as well, and I addressed the fact that in all of my time that I've been in Russia, I've never had any encounters, good, bad, or otherwise, with the police. Why? Because I don't go looking for trouble. The cops are looking for trouble, just like the cops in the United States. I'm not a troublemaker. So I don't find myself encountering the police. What is it? The arbitrary enforcement of local law. I find this extremely hysterical, okay? Because the United States prides itself on being a country of law and order, but yet it has an open border. It has an administration that is in blatant violation of U.S. law. They're violating the law with this open border, and they have the gall, the State Department website, they have the gall to say that Russia has the potential for arbitrary enforcement of local law. Are you freaking kidding me? Russia is a country of law and civil order. Have you not seen it? Have we not shown it? Me, other bloggers? I'm just going to refer you to a couple of other YouTube vloggers that are American expats as well. You may know them, you may not, but I'm going to give a shout out to Joseph over at Expat American and Daniel over at Wild Siberia. If you know Joseph, you know Daniel, give a shout out to them down in the comments. Go check out their channels and go see if Russia is not a country of law and order, or if there's potential for the arbitrary enforcement of local law. Just don't take my word for it. Go check out others, okay? One of the other things I want to address here is this limited flights into and out of Russia. Do you know why there are limited flights into and out of Russia? That's because the Biden administration pressured its European allies and partners to close the airspace over Europe, basically Europe, I would say European countries, to flights in and out of Russia. They did it. The U.S. did it. The U.S. limited my ability to enter and to leave Russia. It limited my options, but yet it wants me to leave immediately. Wow. Wow. And then let's address the embassy's limited ability to assist U.S. citizens in Russia. Do you know why? That's because the U.S. embassy here in Moscow is closed. It's closed to U.S. citizens. You can't go knock on the door. As a U.S. citizen, you can't go knock on the door, present your passport, and walk in. You have to make an appointment. And basically the only services they help you with, I believe, are renewal of passports, and I believe certain birth certificates. Don't quote me on this. Look it up on the website. It's there. But most other services, gone completely. If I want some sort of service from the U.S. Embassy, they'll tell me, go to Poland, go to Armenia, go to Turkey, go somewhere else. Wow. U.S. citizens residing or traveling in Russia should depart immediately. Exercise increased caution due to the risk of wrongful detentions. Wow. What about detentions on the southern border, huh? All right. I'm a little worked up, all right? I'm a little worked up. I told you I was going to sound off. I told you I was going to sound off. Propaganda, man. It's thick. It's thick from the West. That's one of the reasons I made this channel. You know, I used to I started recording little videos and posting them on Facebook, just showing ordinary daily life, daily activity here in Russia to calm my friends and family back home. This was after the SMO. I was like, guys, it's chill here, man. I don't know what you're hearing in the States, but it's cool. It's chill here. There's nothing going on. So there you have it. Hey guys, tell me where you're from. Down in the comments, tell me where you're from. Tell me where you're watching from, okay? And before you click away and you click off, I want you to hit that like button, the subscribe button, and then that notification bell over here. So when I upload a new video, you'll get a notification about it. Wow. So what else do I want to say about this? So let's repeat President Putin's words. He said, the ultimate beneficiaries of the biggest European media are American financial institutions. So let's unpack that a bit. There's a lot there. So the media propagates the propaganda that's created by the current administration, and the media pushes it out to the benefit of financial institutions and corporations in the United States. How can we make this kind of work? What does all that mean? Now, I am no geopolitical expert. I'm just a guy from South Texas who lives in Moscow, Russia. I know my Visa and MasterCard from the United States don't work. I know that I need to use a VPN if I want to access certain websites where I would do business in the United States with. Yeah, I got to use VPN. If I want to ingress or egress Russia, I have to go through Turkey or the United Arab Emirates, because there's only 2 ways in and out of here. Actually, there's probably 3. Count Belgrade, but it's usually Istanbul or Dubai. So the sanctions, you know, they took Russia off the SWIFT, which then took Visa and MasterCard completely. So let's put it this way. The Biden administration's sanctions against Russia have very little or no effect on the average Russian. They do, however, have considerable impact on the daily life of an American citizen who lives in Russia. So, America didn't sanction Russia. America sanctioned American citizens in Russia. That's the fact. That's the fact. I feel, personally, that my government is embarrassed. They're embarrassed by the fact that as an American citizen, I didn't fall for their propaganda. I didn't fall for their fear tactics. And I have chosen to live here. So they're embarrassed by it. I am an embarrassment. Myself and every other American expat who chooses to live in Russia instead of returning to the United States at the behest of the State Department and their propaganda, we are an embarrassment to the current administration. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. I don't want this to be a political channel, and it's not. It really isn't. But sometimes I do go down this road because this is my life as an American citizen living in Russia as a guest of Russia. So I feel it's important for me to share this with you so that you'll kind of understand a little bit more about what life as an American citizen is like in Russia nowadays. I don't want this to be a downer. That was not the reason for making this video, but I did want to sound off about propaganda and what I believe was probably the most significant, on a personal level, the most significant thing President Putin said in his speech. So, there you have it. Short and sweet. Yeah. Anyway, tell you what. I'm going to show you some beautiful footage as we walk out of here and head back inside where it's warm. I'm going to make some chai, which is tea, by the way, and warm up. So come on, let's go. Let's go. Check this out. Check this out. Oh, yeah. It is a gorgeous day today. Look at that. Oh, getting rain on the screen. I'll clean the screen. Stand by. Stand by. Okay, as promised, clean the screen. All right, guys. Hey, everyone. Thanks for watching this episode. I sincerely appreciate every single view that I get. I read all of your comments. Leave a comment down below. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. Share this video with your friends, especially your friends in the West. Let them know what it's really like living in Moscow, Russia. All right, guys. Y'all have a wonderful day. And I will say, Хорошего дня, which means have a wonderful day in Russian. Пока-пока.
You have to understand how things are up here.